All right, how was your game plans at the beginning there? Yeah. She ain't got me. What's up, you guys? Excellent ball there. Open it up. Thoughts, comments, questions, suggestions, reflections, all that.
It's really nice to see how the roda in our group has grown over the last year.
I should, yes.
I really like the difference that you guys brought in. It was like, some of it was like just a different style, especially you had more of the unbalancing, pushing, just staying steady in your stance.
Other stuff.
Yes, that's a great point to always. It's always great to play people who play differently. And I mean, amongst this room, so I play differently, but still, the more different an experience, the better. Somebody's timing is always different. Somebody's flow is always different, rhythm, and it takes getting used to. You know, I love boxing, so it's always like sometimes you see a great boxer, they're a little bit, they're like, don't they look as great as they normally do? The other person's rhythm is probably just, they're not used to it yet. It's throwing them off. And you know, how good they are determines how well they adapt to the other person's rhythm. Or make them adapt to their rhythm, you know. Excellent point.
For myself, I still find myself wondering whether I'm reacting properly. Sometimes it's hard to tell, especially if you were good at throwing really close checks. You know, did I just narrowly avoid that one, or is it just held back enough that I wouldn't have been hit? So my apologies if I didn't react to things that should have hit.
No, I didn't necessarily, you know, in the moment. You know, that's one of those, go back and watch it on the, on the YouTube and see like, okay, did I miss something? Because, I mean, it happens. The only thing I'll say is like, you were in the refrain and I was saying, pull it. But this relates because in pulling your kicks and like, either not touching or very like softly touching. The reason being because of it's more the conversation of like, it's basically like sparring rules. You know, it's like, what are we agreeing to? If we agree to this, that's it. You know, we don't have to speak the same language because the moment somebody changed the agreement, I'm not even gonna say broke it because, you know, real life isn't contracts on paper. You know, it's decisions moment to moment. But if you go there now, you force the other person to make a choice. Are they going to be like, oh, they went there, now I have to go there too? They only either have that or just stay here. Nothing is wrong or right. It's just, if you stay here, hopefully the other person will come back to that. But if they don't, now you're left with, you're doing this, they're doing that. Is that going to work long term? Obviously not. So that's what I was saying. Sometimes pull the kick because of the other part of it is just like grace. Basically, it's just a lesson of us of having grace with each other. Of like, you know, just using the same gaming example. There have been times where frames got you, but didn't hit you. So now it's great. So it just elevates our conversation to be like, okay, showing each other by holding it, because capoeira it's also primal. You know, it's intelligent, but it's also primal. You know, just our basic human emotions. So if we don't have grace, like let's say wonderful example, I'm playing with Messi Virgolino, I would never want to have to fight or play in a tough game ever. I would never, even if he's 75 by now. The answer is no. You know, probably maybe the same height as you, but I don't want any parts. But if I'm in there playing with him, and he's going, and this wouldn't even happen in reality, but he goes again, and now he's like, well, I shouldn't have any more grace for you. So then he's gonna, you know, and I'm gonna be like, you know, because he could do that to me. So it's like, you know, we're just like, what can we do in each other's good graces? Sometimes people are very good and they're not gracious at all. You know, it's like, all right, you've not been playing for a long time. Somebody who's like really, really good, and they're just like, it's like, it's not gracious, which means there's nothing to be learned. You know, concussions don't teach you too much. As we know now, like, okay, now after 8 concussions, you're gonna be wiser. No, you're brain damaged. So, you know, grace, especially in our space. Can't promise you anything outside of here. You know, I'd be lying if I was like, you know, when you go to the next school, you know, and they're not gonna kick you. You know? But capoeira is just, it's that conversation, and the more we like tap into, all right, I'm in here with a totally different person. What is this connection like this time? Now, I've played you a bunch of times before, but today's a different day, and a different hour. How are you feeling this time, Norm? You know, so it engaged, because if I just be like, I'm in here, and I'm not paying attention, and then Norm was like, no, okay, and I'm like, oh, no, you're not playing Norman from 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Now the energy's kicked in. You had the espresso, you know, I have to pay attention and communicate with you. Okay. So that's why I said, when you get in the order, take your time in the beginning. Feel out where it's going, and then get into it. Right? Be like, oh, you know, I might have been I'm catching Luis in a playful mood. Okay, we're gonna do a lot of cartwheels. I'm out of that. You know, but I have to be paying attention. You know, because we have that game, Yuki and why is your name escaping me? But Yuki and Tart, you two were playing, and you both were like doing the queixadas, armadas. It's an agreement. You didn't talk about it. You're just like, oh, we're gonna do this. But I don't remember who started. Let's say you started it, and you don't join the flow. Now you know. All right, he's not okay. He doesn't want to do this with me. Let's move on. But it's all communication. If you threw the playful queixada, he was like, okay, all right, well, we're not playing like that. So just, you know, it's basically the whole conversation is about communicating, feeling each other out. And, you know, part of that is just, you know, being gracious with each other, per se. I took up a lot of time, didn't I? Well, awesome, y'all. Well, let us say our usher. And I'm going to keep announcing that February 14th, I know, Valentine's Day, Saturday, is the Brazilian Festival at Pitt. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same exact. Yes, it's gonna be the same location. William Pitt Student Union. They're trying to get our time locked in now. We'll get that locked in. But if you can join, let me know, February 14th, Saturday.
General time?
It's generally afternoon. It's generally, I don't quite remember when it ends. But it always ends with